Saga. My name is John Obizoba. So all our new subscribers, you say a very big welcome to you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so that you know when a new episode drops. So all our returning subscribers, well done. Thank you very much for always following in on every episode when they drop. Now on the online, for those of us who have been on Twitter, even if you have been on Facebook, so far even WhatsApp, so far you've been online, I'm sure you must have gotten wind of the real gist that has been going on online every since a few days back, possibly 2 days back or since yesterday. Particularly yesterday, it's been hot. Even today, there has been a lot of new updates on the matter. Now, it's the saga between VDM, VeryDarkman, Bobrisky, and Falz the bad guy, and in a way involving the very much renowned Leonard Silk, Femi Falana SAN. Now, if you've been online, particularly Twitter X, you would have gotten the whole gist as the hot like now. So recently, it started with the Dragon. There were allegations from a particular guy that Bobrisky was owing him about 4 million and all that. He had requested for the money, and Bobrisky was trying to play him and all the plenty bars goes and the story as it goes and everything. Now, one way or the other, the guy comes, he involves VDM, and VDM's, VeryDarkman. VeryDarkman has a reputation for doing his bits to help people who have been in one way or the other sidetracked or waylaid to seemingly get justice, or at least to get what they are looking for, to get what it is that they've been either exploited of, to get them back and all that. He has been like a voice for masses and people who in need and all that. No, so basically VDM took it up and, according to him, made demands to Bobrisky. Okay, I'll pay these guys money and pay guys. As the story goes, well, the story has it that Bobrisky did not comply and all that and all that. Now, it led to VDM, VeryDarkman, coming out with a video.
All right, in respect to Bobrisky, what I'm about to post now, a lot of names will be mentioned. These are people that I also respect, and I believe a lot of Nigerians respect them as well. I am very, very disappointed in the agencies that are involved in this, and I believe that this call recording that I'm about to play, even Bobrisky will not expect it.
In this video, he played a recording. Now, this recording is alleged to be a recording between Bobrisky and someone who he was trying to either get money from or something like that.
Thank you very much. So I will start by playing the call. As you can see, it is a call. Listen.
I'm a very big influencer. I have over 5 million followers on my Instagram. Sure.
Now, it's not just that it's a recording. It's not just the video. The video is not just the problem. No. The thing is the content, the audio, the recording, the call that was recorded and played out in that video. The recording of the call is what is actually the genesis of this heavy hot fire right now. Now, in the course of the video, there were a lot of things that were said. The recording, if you listen to the recording, there's alleged to be Bobrisky's phone recording with his supposed friend who he was trying to get money from or something like that. Man, a lot of things were said. Now, from the audio, you can basically hear the fact that the alleged speaker, who it is alleged, according to VeryDarkman, that is Bobrisky, the alleged speaker was saying something about the fact that, oh yes, while he was arrested and all that, while he was arrested and in EFCC detention, at some point there were charges of money laundering, and he had to he asked what would it take for them to drop the charges and all that. They said, oh, you have to 15 million naira and all that. Basically alluding to the fact that at the point of EFCC, while there was the person that is the supposed Bobrisky, according to the audio, was the supposed person in the supposed voice, which is alleged that it is Bobrisky's voice. Now, the supposed person, while he was in detention, had a money laundering charge hanging over his head, in addition to the spraying of money allegation and all that. That yes, so that they could drop the money laundering charge, they had to pay the EFCC allegedly, the operator of EFCC allegedly requested for 50 million naira, and that was how the money laundering charge was dropped and all that.
So they were like, all those money cannot still make me buy a house of 450 million naira in Pinnock, and where I'm staying in Chevron, blah 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 blah. The shah put the money laundry shah. They charged me to court. So when they charged me to court, we had to beg them that okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect? They said we should go and bring 15 million naira that they will remove the money laundering.
Now, after VDM made the video, now, after video, I'm sure you must have seen the video. After VDM made the particular video, the EFCC put out a statement really condemning any such act if it was actually done by any of the operative. And yes, the statement actually established the fact that the chairman of the EFCC had directed an investigation into the matter and requested that Bobrisky and VeryDarkman present themselves at their Lagos headquarters to assist the EFCC in unraveling this mystery and the people behind it. Now, the next reaction we saw online was the fact that VDM VeryDarkman came out and made a video and in addressing the EFCC statement, like the EFCC statement, addressing and saying that no, particularly the best thing they should have done is the EFCC did not confirm whether while he was in prison he was in whether Bobrisky was truly in correctional facility, the correctional facility that was in prison.
Okay, so first things first. In everything this press release is saying, the press release did not even say the one that is within their own range. What do I mean by within their own range? Why didn't they say something like, the EFCC is 100% certain that Bobrisky was in the prison? I mean, because EFCC has the power to know that. You understand? Bobrisky is their suspect that they put in prison. Do you understand? It is their duty to be certain, to be sure that Bobrisky, they were supposed to be going there to check that he's there. Do you understand? So if the person that released this statement could not confirm that Bobrisky was in prison, then it's a problem. I don't know if people are getting my point. Secondly, before you invite somebody like me to come, you have to invite and make sure you do a deep investigation on your own officers first. Then when you don't get the results that you desire from your own officers, when I mean your own officers, I mean those officers that handled Bobrisky's file. Do you understand? The officers that handled Bobrisky's file, you need to bring all of them together. All the ones that handled this file. Do you understand? The one that was investigating him is IPO. Everybody. Make sure you bring them together, investigate them thoroughly, check their accounts, check everything they were up to. When you are done with them, that's when you can say, okay, the EFCC wishes to invite Mr. Martins.
Now, the video, if you listen to the audio, if you watch that video, you listen to the audio where the supposed voice of Bobrisky, as alleged in the video by VDM, now the supposed person speaking as Bobrisky, or the supposed person who is said to be Bobrisky, had also said in the course of the video, or in the course of the audio, or in the course of the call with the particular person, that he didn't, while he was being taken to prison after conviction and all that, he got a call from the Godfather saying that he will not stay in prison. That there's a way they will arrange it, and all those plenty stories and Bagba Digbo and everything. That yes, there's a way they will arrange it so that he can stay in a VIP section or in a VIP apartment close to the prison or in the prison around. All those stories, yes, just to show you the fact that yes, there was a possibility that the person did not stay in the prison facility. That's the correctional facility to actually serve out the term. There was more like a VIP treatment, possibly like in a house place close to the house location, close to the prison with luxury and all that.
My godfather called me and said, "You will not enter that prison. Don't worry. Let me make arrangements for an apartment close to the prison. That is going to call the controller in that's overall in Nigeria and Abuja, and I will talk to them." The Sha talk before I come back, Sha. They now took me to one apartment that I must not come out till I finish my sentence. That the Oga said they should come out. The Oga said they should come and keep me here. That I mustn't go like enter data, but nobody should know that I'm not there.
Yes.
You know. So they said the guy will collect money.
Now, VDM was saying, VDM in reply when EFCC requested that, oh, VeryDarkman and Bobrisky should come and assist them in unraveling this mystery of the 50 million naira allegation and bribe and all that. Now, VeryDarkman said something about the fact that EFCC did not confirm whether Bobrisky was in facility. Well, whether Bobrisky actually stayed in prison. That's when a person is convicted. Once you arrest a person and you convict a person is charged, you charge a person and you secure conviction, that you, who is the prosecutor, should make sure that you follow up. Well, to correct that, first of all, it is actually known that the moment a prosecutor actually has discharged his responsibility of investigating and finally charges a person to court. Now, except when the court remands the person in the custody of that particular agency prosecuting, like either the police or the FCC, unless the court does that, the particular prosecutor has no responsibility primarily as to the custody of that person. Now, what you're looking at is the charging, the prosecution, and the production of the person. It's now when the person is not produced that you now have the prosecuting agency will now have to ask what's the problem. But appropriately, once a person is remanded, most of the time, once a person is charged to court and remanded, the court will always remand in the correctional facility, in the prison. That is a known fact, in the prison. So, at the point when Bobrisky was eventually convicted by the court, at that point, it became the responsibility of the Nigerian Correctional Service, NCS, to handle the detention and the custody of Bobrisky at that particular time. So, requesting that EFCC should have actually made sure that Bobrisky was in prison and all that is actually asking for too much. It's far-fetched, because appropriately the agency started with responsibility. It will now be a situation of one agency being a meddlesome interloper. Come on, I have secured conviction, I have prosecuted you, I have discharged my responsibility, Economic and Financial Crime Commission. I have discharged my responsibility of making sure that yes, you've been charged, I've investigated, you've been charged, produced evidence and all that, and I've now I've secured conviction. Come on, I've discharged my responsibility. At that point, another agency takes the responsibility, which is Nigeria Correctional Service. So that's part of that first statement of VDM is actually far-fetched. It's not practicable. It's the responsibility of Nigeria Correctional Service to make sure that yes, Bobrisky was actually in detention. So, like I said, this video is not to give credence to any of the thing in the audio. I'm not confirming or denying any of the thing, but I'm just examining the legal issues that are surrounding the whole talk. Now, so I've addressed the issue of the fact that Correctional Service has no responsibility, EFCC has responsibility. EFCC responsibility is limited, for the purpose of this Bobrisky case, was basically limited to arrest, investigation, arrest, depending on how it came, investigation, arrest, or arrest, investigation, further investigation, where there's a prima facie case, charge to court, prosecution, production of evidence and witnesses, discharge of the case, like conclusion of the matter with regards to trial and all that. Then at the point where there's conviction, it becomes the issue of the Nigeria Correctional Services. So the EFCC had no responsibility to go and check whether Bobrisky was in prison. So that is that. Now VDM also, in the course of the whole talk, the course of the whole reply to EFCC, basically stated something else again. He said something about the fact that EFCC ought to first, that there's no need, that he doesn't see the reason. Basically, his whole statement was the effect that he doesn't see the reason why he should be invited. That EFCC ought to have first investigated the officers, these officers, to know whether yes, they collected the 15 million, people that collected the 15 million. The truth of the matter is, yes, in as much as first from the audio, according to now, EFCC reaction was as a result of the video put out and the audio in it, which was alleging that yes, 50 million naira was received from a particular person. 50 million naira was paid, was requested for, offered, and eventually paid as bribe to waive a particular charge or a particular set of charges. Now, saying that the EFCC had no right to invite, like EFCC ought not to have invited him, first of all, is also far-fetched too. It's actually not practicable in law. Now, there's a saying that he who asserts, it's not just a saying, it's a trite principle of law that he who asserts must prove. Now, although the first point of hearing that was in that particular audio contained in the video. Now, I see. John, I want you to listen to this. Listen to this thing that was. Listen to this statement by VDM.
Pretty obvious that in Nigeria, the law only works against the poor people. Do you understand? Now, after this video, I would expect that the EFCC will do a deep investigation on everybody that is involved in this case. And also, they will bring the whole officers that participated in this and collected and spent this money that is involved.
So this was VDM's particular statement. Now, if you look at it, apart from, yes, the audio, where it got to, where Bobrisky eventually said that, yes, the alleged Bobrisky said that, yes, they requested for 50 million and all that for that. If you look at the introductory statement by VDM VeryDarkman before he even played the audio, you see that it's actually more like he was convinced. It was more like a case of a person who has done his own findings and was convinced and assured that yes, indeed, this money was collected. This money was requested for, offered and collected and accepted, and there was indeed a waiving of the particular charge of money laundering. If you look at it, this is not just a statement of someone who is postulating. It's more like he was so certain. So now, it's like I said, he who has sat must prove. Now, you didn't just play the video. You didn't just play the audio. It's different if VDM had just played the audio and said, oh, and called the attention of the EFCC to investigate particular. But now, you played you before you even played the video, you had made statements of your own conclusion, your own position. More like, yes, this money was received, and yes, the bribery, or you've already established that this is. It's more like, yes, there was a ground for you, and you're still throwing further allegation. So now there's a need for VDM to actually, because now it's like a principal witness in this whole thing. There's a need for corroboration. Now he has to. Now in the first, also don't forget that Bobrisky has also put out a statement denying any such allegation of offering of bribe or any particular thing or waiving of any charges. Now, in the face of that, EFCC is within its right and powers to actually invite VeryDarkman, because if not for him, we would not have heard it. So he is the one who is who, to our knowledge, is in custody of the particular material by which we got to know this allegation was made public and was made known. Although he may have not originated from him, he wasn't the one that recorded the call and all that, or he may have not been the one who actually sent the call. He is actually in custody. He was the one that brought it to the fore. So he has a duty to assist. Now, they're not saying they're arresting, they're saying, come and help us unravel this mystery, come and help us in our investigation. So it's within the full rights of the EFCC to do that. Come on. You want them to investigate, you have to help them investigate. They are not privy, they were not privy to this recording until you put it out. So now the moment you've put it out, you actually put yourself there. They say a man is responsible for the natural consequence of the action. The natural consequence of an action when you act, or this action is of putting out an audio of such matter, is that you will be called and you'll be invited to come and say, oh, how did you get this video? Okay, who is your source? And especially in the face of the denial by Bobrisky, come and like the way if you look, like I said, if you listen to the introductory statement, there was more like a conclusion, like I have concluded. It was more something like a situation of I have investigated and I have found it to be true. So now come and give us, throw more light, give us your source. Come and help us. They didn't say they are arrested, they say come and help in the investigation. Come and help, give us, throw more light on it. How did you get it? Can you use your source? Can you introduce us to your source? Let's verify. And also, if you have done any other investigation, come and help us. So it is within the right of the EFCC. If not, we'll be deceiving ourselves. The EFCC, now, if you come online, I've seen several statements online saying this, that the EFCC should face the Yaya Bello. See, these are issues. We know that, yes, corruption abounds in most of our agencies. However, if you're going to put out such matter like that, even if he had not said anything on his own, any confirmatory statement or any statement of accusation on his own, he had just put it out, they will still invite him, come and provide, let's get the original, provide us with the original copy of this audio, and can we get your source so that we can interview. There's no how they will not invite him. It's just that in Nigeria we like to be sentimental about certain things, but we need to drop sentiment and actually review certain things and see the practicability and reasonability. So there's no how. So the statement from VDM regarding the fact that EFCC should investigate his officers and all that, there's no how the investigation will happen and be so reasonable or realistic if VDM itself does not come. It's at best what he would do is he can go, is he being invited, he go there with his lawyer, his legal team, for guidance and professional advice in the course of the whole transaction, in the course of the whole meeting and everything. So come out and put now. See, the thing is, before you put out anything, yes, before you put out anything, you have to look at how you're putting it out, the veracity of the statement, the sources around it, and when you're convinced, there's a manner in which you put it. You don't just come out there leveling allegations as if you're so sure. No matter how true a thing may seem, you should always exercise that caution. So when it bounces back, it doesn't have the repercussion coming back at you like, yes, it's coming directly to you. So now, yes, there's this audio. It's proof on the face of it. However, let's not forget that we're in the technology era. You can bring it down and the person will deny and say it was doctored and all that. So there's a way you do this. So for VDM, the EFCC is within its right to actually invite VDM to its headquarters. Now, for the purpose of assisting investigation, this is a part of investigation. Investigation is to find out the reality of facts surrounding a particular case and know whether the allegations as put forward are actually true and reasonable. There is no, and the truth is, if they are going to prosecute, if for example the agency finds out that yes, any of its agents or officers are culpable and want to, it's this evidence they will use. So, and come on, there are rules for the admissibility of evidence. You can't just produce any evidence in court and it will be acceptable. You have to be sure that yes, your source and the admissibility of the evidence is actually so that it's sure enough, so that when you get to court, you don't just become a laughing stock. Then tomorrow we say EFCC did this one, the matter EFCC compromise and all that. So EFCC has to do their own part, which is investigating and make sure that yes, the allegation as meted out is true, and persons found culpable are actually charged appropriately. However, VDM has a duty to present himself for to help the agency understand and unravel the mystery properly. Like I said, it should go with the legal team. Then yes, everything can be properly resolved and addressed. Now, there's a second phase. This is for EFCC part. So I've dealt with the fact that they talk about EFCC should not invite VDM. I've dealt with that part and say that is not practicable. It's not realistic. It is not sensible in law. He who asserts must prove, and evidence of such nature must be corroborated either by the person who actually made it public or the person who has the source of that particular, who is the source of that particular information. That is why it was not just VDM that was invited, it was also Bobrisky, because it is alleged that it is Bobrisky's voice. It is alleged that the speaker is Bobrisky. So let it come and see whether yes is it. And if come on, you can invite Bobrisky and Bobrisky will say he didn't say it. However, if VDM is sure of a source, you can obviously find a way to also make it. See, I think the idea of this is to get justice, but come on, if you want to do justice, justice must not just be done but be seen to have been manifestly done. So this is also presenting himself at the EFCC for the purpose of assisting the investigation is also trying to achieve justice. That's just the truth. Now there's a second arm which involves Falz, the bad guy, and the Leonard Femi Falana. Now, I want you to listen to this. Just listen to this.
Bad guy. His father is a son. So first reached out to me. His father spoke to me. His father said we can apply for pardon. Okay. That pardon the president, because you know it's
Wait, Falz the bad guy. I can't even believe this. Falz the bad guy contacted Bobrisky, and Femi Falana contacted his father, and his father, Femi Falana, spoke to Bobrisky in order to divert justice. And this same Falz, if this story is true, this same Falz, we have the audacity to come out and say he's fighting against the government for oppression, that he wants justice, he wants Nigeria to be better. So that like this, you dey carry yourself. I don't want to believe that Femi Falana will bring himself down to this level. A whole Femi Falana, where be Fela lawyer, where we respect. Femi Falana will engage himself in something like this. Wait, what is the relationship between Falz and Bobrisky? Abi Falz said they do? Oh, okay. Who are we to crucify the homosexual? Most of them don't they evolve from time. Everybody is a motherfucking hypocrite, though. No, oh, now that song, they make sense to me. Wait, Abi Falz said they do? This is crazy.
So now, when you listen to all this, when you listen to this, like the several videos that you've heard now, or several parts of the video you've heard, when you listen to it, you know, there's that part of the recording. It's actually a very long recording. Now, there's actually a part of the recording which mentioned the fact of involving Falz the bad guy and all that, the part of pardon and all that and all that and all that, and all those plenty talk about pardon, involving Femi Falana's father, Falz's father, that's Femi Falana, and Bobrisky saying he called Falz for help and all those particular things. The old talk of 10 million naira and everything and all those things. Now, if you listen at it, if you listen to the recording as played by VDM on the video, now, and the old things that were said, now, if you've been online, you'd have also seen the letter from Falz the bad guy, which basically raised the issue of the fact that requesting VDM to retract the statement, the defamatory statement he made about him. Now, in regards to the issue of homosexuality and also the corruption and everything and all those stuff. Now, people on the online, a lot of agitations, people have been saying, "Oh yes, now why would Falz the bad guy write such a letter that he should attack Bobrisky?" The truth of the matter is, VDM did not just play the recording alone. VDM made his own comments. It's different if VDM had made his opinion. Now, there were points people were saying that, oh, okay, in the course of playing the video, the recording on his video, that VDM never accused Falz or his father. He only just said if they are true. Now, it's not enough for you to post a particular matter or a particular recording or a particular content made by someone else or a particular article written by someone else, a particular recording by someone else, and then after posting it, you now say, if it is true, it is not enough for you to disassociate your liability in case such facts are untrue or in case such publication or matter is untrue. Now, in the particular recording, there talks about the fact that I contacted Falz the bad guy for help and all that. The father said he will get me pardon and all those things. No. Yes, if you listen to VDM's video, the ones you just looked at, the various part, you will basically find out that there were instances where VDM was not just talking about talking about the recording. He was making his own assertions. He was making his own talk. He was making his own position. He was making his own statement, independent statement. Now let's look at the talk about homosexuality. The part of they do the do. That part, I'm sure you heard that part, the do part. Now, that do part, then the sudden pause and trying to reference allusion to his song, Falz's song, are like, oh, now that point enough. That part, see that part? That part gives a derogatory impression about Falz. Whether you like it or not, whether we accept the truth or not. That's just the fact. See, you say he who comes to equity must come with what? Clean hands. Yeah? You're trying to say you're not guilty of a particular thing. Oh, you're just saying, you're coming to say, oh, okay, not be me talking. But if they watch the statement, now some people have been saying that he's just making a comment or opinion. Now, yes, fair comment is a defense to defamation. However, the fair comment will avail you to the extent which, indeed, from the facts, it can be said that yes, this is truly a fair comment. Now, at the point where he was making reference to the part of if this is true, then it is not good. Understandable, you can pick fair comment. He was making an opinion that is not good. Yes. However, when he moved away from that and started making references to the movie, to the Falz's songs and all that, imputation of homosexuality and all that. At that point when there was that very subtle imputation of homosexuality, then at that point, the defaming has started. Now, when you talk about what is defamation? When you talk about defamation is basically the publication of false or untrue story or a false or untrue matter or such malicious content with the intention of disparaging or destroying the reputation of another person. Now, the question I want to ask is did VDM take any steps to verify the statement that, first of all, indeed this is Bobrisky's voice? Now, if yes, he confirms it's Bobrisky's voice, you move to the next part. Did he verify the contents of the several statements and allegations made there? Now, if you look at the letter from Falz, he didn't deny the fact that there was a conversation. Now, people have always said that, that Falz said that yes, there was a call and all that. He has confirmed. He did not confirm anything other than the fact that there was a conversation between these two. He did not confirm the content or validate the content of that audio played by VDM. He basically said there was he accepted it alluded to the fact that yes, there was a call initiated by Bobrisky to Falz. In the audio, you will see that it's the supposed Bobrisky or the alleged voice of Bobrisky or the alleged person said that yeah, it was Falz that called. You see, the contradictions are coming in. The question is, did VDM take his own steps to actually verify the story before putting it out there and make his own opinion and make his own stance? So, like I've talked about the fact that yes, the talk about the allusion to his song and homosexuality talk, that was a certain imputation of homosexuality, which can be seen to be offensive. And assault gives already, first of all, from that part itself, there's already a right to what? For Falz to actually initiate proceedings for purpose of recovering on defamation. So the letter is within his right to have written that letter, first of all, regarding that the fact that yes, he's being defamed. So let's not choose sentiment. Let's not choose sentiment around. Then two, like I said, defamation, posting when you post a false, you post an untrue or false statement about a particular person, which you know is injurious to his reputation, especially knowing that yeah, this person is a well-respected person in society. Now, the imputation about homosexuality, is it true? So you see, defamation has started coming in. Then also, did you confirm whether yes, the content of the call? Did you reach out to Falz, the bad guy? Yes, we know that yes, when you reach out to them, they may try to cover that. Or did you first do that due diligence on your part to be sure, or you just put out the story and start making your own opinions? Now, the part of the Leonard Silk. Now, people were saying that he didn't accuse the Leonard Silk. He respected the Leonard Silk. He didn't accuse him, but he just said. Now, listen to this part of it. Just listen to this part of the recording of the video rather.
All right. So based on this first voice notes. Based on Bobrisky's narration in this phone call, Bobrisky is saying that Femi Falana collected 10 million naira in order to wipe his name off the record. Wow! These are people I respected. These are people I look up to. Falz the bad guy, always talking about, yeah, I'm speaking up for the people. So you are also involved in things like this. It's really, really disappointing. It's obvious that Nigeria might not go anywhere anytime soon. It's obvious. Say Nigeria, no, I have lost 100% respect for this.
Now, this is no longer a fair comment or anything. This is a pure, straight up accusation. Now, if you marry this with what you heard at the beginning, what do you have? You have straight up accusations. Now now it's more like the place of a man who has now confirmed. You have confirmed these allegations, and you are now hinging on it to accuse. So for those of us who have been throwing sentiments around, yes, we understand. See, no matter how pure the intentions may be, or what your intention is to seek just for a particular person, he said justice must be seen to have been manifestly what done. So because I want to do justice and I kill another person. Yes, okay, this person was humiliated by this person. Oh, this person made this person suffer. Now, because I want to seek justice for this person, I now go and shoot this person. The truth is that the proper way to achieve justice? No! You must ensure, like I said, he who comes to equity must come with what? Clean hands. For you to want to seek to get justice, you must make sure your hand is clean. You want investigation and all that, yes, and all the. You have to do your own part to make sure that your story is verifiable and is true. So, you see, now the accusation of the Leonard Silk and all that, is there any verification? Is there any tangible evidence to verify and say this is true actually? If there's not, and even if there was some iota of truth, it was not in a manner in which it was done. You actually take it to law enforcement agencies, you do that the way it should be. You take it to the necessary law enforcement agencies and present and all that. And you do your follow up and all that. However, making such heavy accusations without sufficient facts to back them up actually can amount to serious defamation. And people saying that Falz should not accuse VDM and all that. Yes, while talking about the aspect that, oh, if it is not true, yeah, the fact that it was published by the supposed Bobrisky, or as alleged, the person in that video, that audio, I can't confirm whether it's Bobrisky or not. So far, it was alleged that it was, yes, that particular person, if it is Bobrisky, or whoever it is, Falz the bad guy has the right to also take actions against such person. However, the moment you publish a defamatory matter, even if it not come from you, the moment you publish it without verifying, the moment you publish a defamation, you will also continue the defamation. And now, he didn't just publish. You made statements, you made your own impressions, you made your own allegations. Come on now. You're also aggravating and encouraging and increasing and also expanding the level of defamation. So let's stop throwing sentiments around and actually look at things the way they should properly be. Most times they say, see, it's known in law that ignorance of the law is no excuse. Ordinarily, I'll say, oh, some of us I don't know about the law. However, when you don't know, you try to seek. I've seen so many sentimental comments. You see the sentiments going around, and you ask yourself the question, wait till they happen. So, like I said, ignorance of the law is no excuse. It's not an excuse that you don't know this law, this particular thing, or that particular thing. The truth is, you have to weigh, before you make comments, you have to weigh and what is the proper thing obtainable and how should it be. Then when you're sure of how you should be, then you can be certain that, oh, this has been done properly or this has not been done properly. Now, my name remains Aaron John Obiso, but don't forget this is Law to Nigeria. I hope I have been able to give you a good understanding of how the Nigerian law literally works, and especially with regards to this case between VDM-BOBRISKY Falz, the bad guy, and Femi Falana. Like I said, the EFCC is within his right to invite VDM, and also, Falz, the bad guy, Falz, is within his right to have written to VeryDarkman regarding to the issue of defamation. And the manner in which it was gone about was not so proper. And come on, in the face of the allegations put out in the video, aside the audio, come on, he has a right to actually request the retraction of his statement, and also, where such retraction is not done, to seek actions as necessary. Now, it's left for VDM to come up with his own defenses, and also, yes, put it, yeah, either fair comments and all that, depending on how applicable it is. Come on, he has a legal team. We can never tell how things will go, but just still watching to see how it unfolds. But let's be careful with what you put out there and how you put it out. The fact that a particular person has done a particular thing or said a particular thing is not sufficient reason why you should make accusations, except you're sure and it's tangible before you that, yeah, this is what has happened. And even once you want to do that, there's subtle ways to do that, so that at the end of the day you don't suffer legal, first of all, backlashes and also possible legal actions against you, both criminal and civil. Until the next episode, my name is Aaron John Obiso. Don't forget to stay tuned, like, share, and comment. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and keep following Law to Nigeria. Thank you very much.